And this true story happened over 2,000 years ago.
Before I was born.
Yeah, and before even I was born. And before your grandmas and grandpas were born. As everyone knows, Mary and Joseph took a long trip on a donkey to go to Bethlehem, and while they were there, baby Jesus was born. A huge choir of angels appeared in a bright light to some shepherds and started to sing. The angels told the shepherds to leave their flocks and to go see the baby. So they left their sheep and ran all the way to Bethlehem. When they saw the baby, they knew that this was a very special baby. The shepherds stayed as long as they could, but finally it was time for them to leave. So they said goodbye to Mary and Joseph and the baby. Then the shepherds went back to their fields and their flocks, praising God. After a few days, Mary and Joseph took baby Jesus to the temple in Jerusalem. And while they were there, an old man named Simeon took Jesus in his arms. And he said, "He is the light that will shine upon the nations, and he will be the glory of your people Israel." Mary and Joseph were amazed. And then a prophetess named Anna, who was very, very old, came along, and she also began thanking God along with Simeon for the baby. She said this was Jesus the Messiah that the Jews had been waiting for hundreds of years. Mary and Joseph were even more amazed. About that time, some wise men from the east noticed a very bright star shining in the sky. They figured out that it must be the star of a newborn king. And so they left their homes and they followed it for 2 years. When they finally got to Jerusalem, they looked high and they looked low, but they couldn't find the baby. So the wise men went to King Herod to see if he knew anything. Now, King Herod was not a very nice man. He did bad things. He was jealous. And he lied. He told the wise men to keep looking for the newborn king, and when they found him, to come back and tell him so that they could worship him, or he could worship him too. But what he really wanted to do was to kill baby Jesus. Well, the wise men left King Herod, and the star appeared to them again. It led them straight to a house in Bethlehem where they found Jesus. And as soon as they saw him, they knelt down and worshiped him. They gave him gifts, and then they had a birthday party.
Happy
gave Jesus gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And when they left to return to their own land, God told them in a dream not to go back to King Herod. So they didn't, and the baby was safe. And now, because Jesus was born on that very first Christmas so long ago, we have the light of his love in our lives today. And that's what Christmas lights are really all about. Light from the angels, light from the star that led the wise men to Bethlehem, and of course, Jesus, the light of the world. First of all, I'd like to have you give Mrs. Crystal McCullough another hand. She found us this musical, directed it, gave us all the hand motions, so she's been such a blessing. And we really want to thank you for coming out. I know this is a very strange time and a strange scheduling, but I so appreciate you coming out and supporting all the work these little ones have done for so many weeks. So thank you so much for coming. So to close our program today, we're going to have Miss Hannah Williams lead us in a word of prayer.